Okay, guys, we're back with episode 2 of Revelation. Uh, this was a boring episode. I don't know where to start. Okay, so X amount of time passes between the end of episode 1 and episode 2. Episode 1 ended with uh, He-Man and Skeletor getting zapped to the afterlife. The sword split into two. One half went to hell, other half went to their version of heaven, and Duncan and Tila, they go back to the castle. They tell Marlena and the king, Randor, what happened. Duncan gets exiled and Tila quits. So episode 2 picks up, I don't know how many months later. Tila shaved her head. She becomes like some mercenary slash thief slash whatever. And we meet a new character named Andra. Now, right off the bat, this is a kid's show. And right off the bat, we've got some swearing in it. Why do you need swearing in a kid's show? And that line, you could have easily just taken the word hell out of that line, and nothing would have been gained or lost from that. So I guess them wanting to be edgy and cool decided to have the characters swear. Okay, whatever. So then they throw in some stupid no glove, no love line, which once again is a kid's show. You don't have to throw in a tasteless joke, which wasn't even funny to begin with. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that'll go over a lot of kids' heads, but still. Well, I say that. A lot of kids are probably more smarter than I am, so they might get it, but it was tasteless regardless. And once again, the bad voiceovers slash voice acting is lame. Once again, we get some old lady, and you know from the get-go, if you've watched the old 80s cartoon, you know who it is, you know it's Evil Lynn in disguise, whoop-de-doo, and not one time did Tila sit back and think, well, hold on, this must be Evil Lynn. She's an old lady. She mentioned Snake Mountain, so what are the odds that they could be Evil Lynn? But no, you don't get that. She just looks at the money and decides to take the job. She has to go to Snake Mountain to steal some chalice. And that was kind of stupid. I mean, if you're going to say that this is a spiritual successor to the old 80s classic TV show, if you're going to say that this is a season 4 to the classic 80s show, then surely Tita would have been a little bit wiser and would have been like, this old lady must be Evil Lynn. She wants me to go to Snake Mountain to get some chalice for a friend. This friend died. But not one time did Tila sit back and think, well, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. No, she looked at the money and decides, hey, let's go to Snake Mountain with her girlfriend and let's get this chalice. Which makes Tila a moron, you know? But whatever, that was stupid. Oh, and the lady, her name is Majestra. Any idiot would have put two and two together, you know? Never mind the fact that she didn't sound old at all. I mean, they could have at least got some old voice actor to do that, or told the actress to, hey, sound like an old lady, you know? Okay, whatever. So, sorry, getting tired from watching this nonsense. So, they go to Snake Mountain, they fight Whiplash, and now instead of magic being the be all end all, now every single thing in Snake Mountain is all tech based. So, and Triclops, apparently he runs Snake Mountain, and apparently he's like the leader of some tech cult, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. There's no continuity. I mean, they didn't even go to any backstory and say, hey, because magic is draining from Eternia, now let's switch to tech. They don't even try to explain that. I mean, they give you a quick 5 second reasoning, but that's it. And you're supposed to just buy it. But I'm like, okay, whatever. It doesn't make any sense. That Teal and this black girl, they fight these cultists. They steal this chalice. They fight Whiplash. They fight Trapjaw. They fight Triclops. And they take the chalice back to the old lady. Oh, God. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting tired just watching this crap. And even Andra, she comes out of nowhere. You have no backstory of who this girl is, where Tila found her, or anything. She just pops up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, you're supposed to buy the fact that her and Tila are best of buddies now. To go even further, even more than best of buddies, there's something going on between them, you know? And because of the way things are in this political charge, modern day times, you know there's something more to it than just friendship, which is garbage. Now, one time in the 80s series, did you ever get the fact that Tila was gay? You know? I'm just so sick of everything being, this whole gay stuff is being shoehorned into every single thing. And it's just one of the one of my favorite movies of last year, which was also a Netflix movie, was The Old Guard. And once again, they had to shove some gay stuff in there between one of the characters, between two of the characters in that movie. And one of the shows I was watching, uh, besides The Old Guard, was also The Umbrella Academy. And season one had uh, Vanya dating this guy, and all of a sudden in season two, now she's all of a sudden in love with this other girl, and I'm like, okay, that came out of nowhere. First, Vanya was dating this guy who's turned out to be some psycho killer, if I'm not mistaken. Then all of a sudden, when everything hits the fan and everybody gets zapped back to 1960s Texas, now all of a sudden she's in love with this farmer chick. And I'm like, okay, y'all could have at least explained the fact that, hey, Vanya is bisexual or something. But no, due to lazy writing, once again, they just, all of a sudden, bam. You know what, guys? Now all of a sudden, Vanya likes this girl. I'm like, okay, y'all could have at least explained stuff. But no, just like this, now Tila just all of a sudden likes Andra just out of the blue. I'm like, okay, just whatever. I'm just sick of lazy writing. You know, much if I can come up with uh ideas off the top of my head and I'm just one person, surely these writers who are in a room with 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 other writers who are getting paid millions to come up with ideas, and this is what they come up with? Okay, whatever. Y'all are just lazy. So, her and Vanya, oh, sorry, her and Vanya, gosh. Her and Andra steal this chalice from Snake Mountain. There's a battle, blah, 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 blah. They take the chalice back to Majestra, and Majestra says, hey, let's go back to Castle Grayskull, and I'll pay you more money. Once again, the two idiots, all they're looking at is money. They go back to Castle Grayskull, and now you're supposed to believe that, I guess, Tila knew that Majestra was Evelyn from the get-go. Okay, whatever. So, apparently, uh, Sorceress, she's asked Evelyn to take that chalice, which was part of Skeletor's staff, and they asked her to help to save the last bit of magic in Eternia. And apparently, magic created the entire universe and Eternia and blah 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 blah. Which, okay, whatever. That's stupid. That was, as far as I know, that's never been mentioned in any of the 80s episodes. And they explain about the whole swords broken to half, and one half went to the Eternia version of hell, other half went to the Eternia version of heaven. So they had to go to heaven and hell to get both parts of the swords. And this was a mess of an episode. Just filler, to be honest. But so they both end the episode with them saying they'll go to hell and they'll race each other to hell. And I'm like, this whole episode was garbage. So that's the end of episode 2. And this was just a stupid episode. And nothing of merit was gained from this episode. So all in all, it was a boring episode, which you could just skip it and you would have learned nothing of importance, you know? So I'm going to go to episode 3 and see what kind of a mess that episode is. So till next time, guys.